It is the 2nd of January 2015 and I'm bankside, Wyreside, sunny 2, point. Here for 3 nights. Booked a couple of days off work. Thought after the Christmas festivities and New Year that I'd get away for a few days and get some fresh air. Not been fishing for quite a while, the end of October actually. So I wanted to make sure that we got into the new year, hit the ground running and got out. So that's what I've done. Supposed to be coming with Pete. Unfortunately he's had an issue with his car and won't be here till tomorrow. So I'm on my own for tonight. Got here quite busy. Originally booked on S1, but there was quite a few anglers on there, and all the pegs that we're interested in were all taken. So Sally said that I could have a look round Sunny 2 and I could switch to that lake if I wanted. So that's what I've done. So I'm on the point, which is a double peg. So if Pete is able to come tomorrow, he'll set up alongside me. There's quite a lot of water that you can get out from this peg. I'll show you a bit later, but it's ideal if he does turn up. So the time is 10 to 2. I've got the bivvy up. I'm just having a bit of an organising here, and I'm going to get the pod set up and get the rods out. Well, first of all I'm going to have a feel about. So that's where I am right now. So I'm going to crack on and get sorted. Have a good feel about for half an hour. See what I can see. Never fished this peg before, so I need to try and work out what's what. I'll speak to you in a bit. Right, the light's going to be a bit awkward because it's going down on the opposite bank, behind the opposite bank, so you can see it's kind of really casting what we can see into shadow. It means that I've got to wear my polarised bins to be able to see anything. But this is the island. I've got one kind of in the middle and then one round about there. So probably I'd say 8 yards off the edge of the island, so kind of level with it just about there. Possibly not 8 yards, that's probably a bit much. I'd say probably 9 feet or so. So that's where I am. I found 2 clear spots. See a bit more time, I can just get the rod out. Yeah, so that's where we are. Well, it's 4:45. Third rod's now out. Just going to get some food on before we lose the light. Had a few beeps on each of the rods. Could just be the crosswind. Could be liners. But fingers crossed. It's quite busy. There's quite a few anglers on. Some of the day ticket pikers are starting to head off, so that's never a bad thing. But yeah, 4:45 Friday, better than being at work. Right, well, it's 5 o'clock. I had some food, had some cottage pie. That was went down a treat. Took a while to heat up. Old favourite gas and stove not working quite as effectively in this temperature. But apart from that, pretty much set up for the night now. Have one last little tidy up, and then just gonna head outside and watch the water for a bit. Still quite a lot of light shining on it, so see if anything gives itself up. Anyway, that's where we are. Fingers crossed. Well, it's 10:30. Just been out and had a look. Water's so calm. Wind's really dropped. And I've not seen it this calm at night for quite a long time. So, feeling a little bit confident. Just had a good look around the lake. A few head torches. I don't know if anybody's had anything, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did. It looks really quite good for a bite. It's not as cold as it was earlier because of the wind, or the wind going. So it's not quite as cold and blustery. I have got the old thermal layer on. So it's definitely a time of year when the thermals come out. But it's really comfortable, really quite comfortable. But yeah, as I say, 10:30. No real kind of indication as of yet. A few bleeps. We'll see how things go. What I didn't do is I just cast out 3 single hook baits. I've not put any bait out. Not put any bait out yet at all. I'll probably put a little bit out first thing in the morning. I don't really want to get the spam out. I may do if it's calm, but literally it'll be kind of one sponful over each spots, and that's it. Really, I'm not looking to feed the carp, looking just to get a bite. You know, they're not interested in really feeding at this time of year. But I think a bit of boilie crumb maybe. Probably go down a treat, some little sort of 12mm krill boilies, just something like that. But not going to fill it in. You know, it's January after all, and the temperature's low. So follow the usual guidelines. In terms of the rigs, I've got 2 Johnny Macs and 1 naked chod. I've got sticky baits, white chocolate. I've got a krill pink one, and I've got a third sticky baits pop up pineapple and butric. So quite a bit of attraction. Nice colours, not really all that fluoro, maybe apart from the yellow one. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Fingers crossed. I'm quite hopeful. So hopefully be able to do some vlogging at some point during the night with a nice fish on the bank. But all for now. Well, good morning. It's 9 o'clock. Saturday morning. No action in the night. Still quite calm. Quite a few more people have turned up this morning, so it's quite busy. Expecting Jonesy in the next couple of hours. I believe he's sorted a car out. It's time for first coffee, which I'm gagging for. But it's 11:30 Saturday. We've had a morning of rain unexpectedly. It's just eased off. It's quite clear, so I'm not really expecting any more. Well, I've just been watching the water for half an hour. As you can see, the sun is starting to poke through. I think this is going to have a good impact. It might wake them up. I've put 3 sponfuls of 12mm krill over each of the 3 spots. Just a handful, that's it. Just want to, not looking to feed them, just looking to give them something to maybe bring them into the spots. But it looks like it could be quite an interesting couple of hours. It's 1:30. Just had a ham and cheese panini. Always sets you up a nice bit of food. Good news is that Jonesy's managed to secure a lift and he'll be here in about 45 minutes. So that's great news. Have a bit of a charge on to get set up before we lose the daylight, but that won't be much of a problem. Give him a lift. Set up not a million miles away from me, so happy to help. Quite a bit of wildlife on the lake, as you can see. The old flying rats. Couple of grebes though, that's always nice to see. I've just seen the kingfisher earlier as well. Always nice to see a kingfisher at a water. Not only because they're a lovely sight, but it's a sign of the quality of the lake. You don't see kingfishers in mud holes, so good water quality at Wyreside. quite a few people have been a bit more active, putting bait out, recasting. Does look quite good. I'm still quite confident. So whilst the carp may slow down their feeding at this time of year, the same can't be said for seagulls, who just never leave you alone. Guy spodding out. They're not too bad with the spod or the spom. When you start and get your throwing stick out, just take everything. Generally don't bother with the throwing stick anymore. When I get boilies out, I just put them in the spom. It's just a lot more efficient. Be a lot more accurate with them as well. It's another hurdle that we've all got to get. Good evening. It's 7 o'clock, 4 degrees, and it's a wee bit nippy. Very clear night. Bivvy's starting to be covered in a layer of frost. Jonesy's turned up, so yeah, he got a lift over. So good to see him. Bivvy'd up next to me on point. Just trying to stay warm at the minute. 10 o'clock Sunday morning. I can tell it's Sunday because with the clay pigeon noise. Anyway, Jonesy's just had a lovely 22.5 pound mirror. He's buzzing.
The old Kingfisher special there.
Kingfisher special. Keeping it simple but effective, and that's the important thing. It's a glorious morning. We've had a pretty significant frost. That's starting to disperse now. That's starting to melt away because the sun's out. But what a fantastic start. First fish of 2015 for Jonesy.
Beautiful.
Fourth day of the month. Can't argue with that. Just getting breakfast underway, well, a bit more like lunch. Is there a better smell bankside? Cookie some bacon. Beautiful. It's 3:15. Just brought the rods in for an hour. Been to the shop, a few provisions. Obviously not had much success on the pop-ups. So, ironically enough, this morning I had a bit of a feel about with the marker. I was having a chat with Pete, who suggested that I get out a little bit further. So I took the clip off the marker and found some decent spots, 16 wraps out, which is where there's a bar or some feature that runs from the island all the way down to the road. So I had a good feel about it, brought 3 rods in, clipped them up to 15 wraps, sorry, so 60 yards, put them back out. Within 10 minutes of them being out, left in the middle, my pickups and drop backs really slow, so kind of justified moving the rods. Anyway, nothing after that. So, as I say, brought them in, been off site, been to the shop, come back, and I've put on a couple of different. So I've left one Johnny Mac out, taken the chod off, replaced it with a snowman rig with a cut down boiler, a Crete Lake special on a krill. And the second one is a Corda IB dumbbell slow sinker. So I've got one pop up and then 2 on the bottom. Tested both rigs in the margins before putting them out. The dumbbell was a little bit too buoyant, so I put a split shot underneath it to counterbalance it. So they've just gone out 10 minutes ago. So with a bit of luck, we'll get something. It's we've had no rain today, been a fine day. Probably another hour and a half of daylight. So see how we get on. It's 4:30. You see there, just in the bivvy, beautiful sunset. No action on the rods, had a couple of bleeps, nothing more than that. Had a bit of a spell watching the water, I saw quite a bit of movement here and there. That was good to see. Just need to get a fish on the bank. Obviously approaching the last night of the session, going home tomorrow about lunchtime. So let's hope the carp gods are looking down on us tonight. Morning, it's 9 o'clock, Monday, last day, only a few hours left of the session, no fish in the night, don't seem to have any indication in the night at all, so an empty session so far, looks like I'm heading for a blank. Still being positive. Never know, still time. Anyway, first coffee. Let's go down a treat. Still looks good conditions. Yeah, we'll look at the water. Quite calm. You never know, could still be good for a bite. Have to cross our fingers a bit. Anyway, I'm going to watch the water for 10 minutes, see what's what. So, it's 12:15. Monday afternoon, end of the session. First one of 2015's ended in a blank. Bit gutted. Done quite a lot. Moved the rods earlier. So there's the island, and I was fishing to the left of it. And then I moved the rods, tried something different, put one under the tree here, so just off that, other one into that bear, and then other one in open water. But no joy. So I'm going to reel in, pack the car up and travel home. A lot of it's down already, as you can see. Some of that's Jonesy's as well. Most of the hard work's done. Yeah. Just got to do the last bits. Bit of work going on the old campsite. Big diggers in action. But yeah, that's the end of the sesh. First one of 2015. Going to be heading out a bit more often, I think. Just probably quick 24-hour sessions. Travel light if I can. I'm not sure I'm even capable of that. But there you have it. Yeah. However, feeling positive. Good to get out, good to get some fresh air. Just lacking a bit of a carp. Not had much indication really. I don't know. But pleased that Pete's had one. But yeah, a bit disappointed that between us we've had 5 nights and 1 fish. It's a lot of time on the bank without a lot of reward, but yeah, it is early January and they're not feeding. Feeding, they're still kind of probably slowing down. Not sure the cold snap's certainly not hit yet. If and when it does, it'll get even harder. But it's been comfortable. Come fishing with a lot of own comfort, so it's no trouble for me. As I say, just a shame that we couldn't get one on the bank. Well, that's carp fishing. Anyway, I'll just let you have one final look at this beautiful venue. Still, there's only me and Jonesy on it. Wyreside. Looking forward to coming back already.